They're the biggest band to ever come out of Boston, and he is their backbone. Joey Kramer has been keeping the beat for Aerosmith since the band began more than 40 years ago. A member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with over 150 million albums sold worldwide, there's no question that Joey Kramer is rock and roll royalty. And when he's not on stage, Joey loves fast cars, great restaurants, and the perfect cup of coffee. In fact, he's become such a caffeine connoisseur, he's created his own line of gourmet coffee, Joey Kramer's Rockin' and Roasted, featuring some of the finest organic custom roasted beans from all over the world, now available in supermarkets all over New England. From great coffee to a delicious meal to a chart-topping hit, Joey Kramer really rocks. And joining us now at the VIP table is the man with rhythm and really good coffee, Joey Kramer. Welcome to the Phantom Gourmet, Joey.
How are you, Dan?
I am doing good, man.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I am psyched that we are here on the Phantom Gourmet set with a guy who's traveled the world with Aerosmith, obviously. So are you one of these guys that, like, you know, after a gig, you go back to the hotel room and you order room service and you get a burger? Or do you go out in all these cities and you actually go to the restaurants there?
Yeah, well, I'll go to the restaurant that's in the hotel. I'm not, you know, like if you're looking for a cheeseburger in South America, you're kind of not going to have a whole lot of luck. I eat traditional to wherever we are.
Right. So, and you know, you're in Japan, you're eating Japanese food, and when you're back here in New England, where you're from, you're obviously eating this kind of food. And I want to talk about some of your favorite local restaurants around here. All right. Let's go down to Marshfield, Brant Rock, a place called Arthur and Pat's. It's a seasonal restaurant. We've covered it on the show, and I know you've been spotted there many, many times. So tell me about Arthur and Pat's.
Well, Dee and Artie D'Alessandro are, first of all, really dear friends of mine. And besides that, the food at Arthur and Pat's, I mean, Artie is just the best. As far as breakfast or lunch goes, there's not a place, as far as I'm concerned, that's any better than that. It's not necessarily on the way to anywhere. It's kind of a destination, but it's always worth it. Because even if I'm staying in town, I'll drive the 45 minutes it takes to get down there just to have one of Artie's breakfasts.
And they're famous for their breakfast, but they're also famous for a dessert, which is this coconut cake. They came in, they showed it on the show. It's extremely popular.
Yeah.
And you have like a personal connection to this coconut cake.
Well, actually, the coconut cake is the recipe of my wife, Linda.
That's crazy.
And they sell that cake like crazy.
Does she get a royalty on each slice?
I don't know. That's between her and Dee. But, you know, but the cake is really good. I don't even like coconut, the flavor coconut.
Right.
But this cake is spectacular.
All right, now let's go to the Hingham Shipyard, another one of your favorite restaurants. It's the Wahlberg Brothers place called Almanova.
Yeah.
What do you like about this spot?
Oh, Almanova is great. As far as dinner goes, Paul is a tremendous chef. I'm a fan of everything in that restaurant, and it's all classic food. It's all high quality, gourmet food. The atmosphere is great. The restaurant is beautiful, and the people that run it are the best.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. A nice view right there outside, and you can sit by the fireplace.
The fireplace outside is beautiful.
All right, now you've been all over the world, as we've talked about. You know, a lot of people, they'll go to different cities, and they like to go to the best steakhouse in every city. But in your hometown, in Boston, Abe and Louie's, that's your spot.
Hands down.
Now, why is that?
Well, you know, every once in a while I get a yen for a steak, and if you're going to get a steak, Abe and Louie's is the only spot in town as far as I'm concerned. And I always get the lump crab before as an appetizer.
Wow.
Because they have the best lump crab.
So you do a whole surf and turf situation.
Oh,
where
yeah.
You're going high-end at Abe and Louie's.
It's the best.
If you're going to go for it, you might as well go for it. Okay,
Absolutely.
Most importantly, you are a guy who knows a lot about food, music, quite obviously, and coffee. This is your new coffee company, the Rockin' and Roastin' Coffee, and this is like, you are literally the CEO of a coffee company.
I am.
How did this happen? To explain what it is.
Well, coffee because I love it. And because when you do something that you love, it usually comes out well because it's a labor of love. This is a gourmet coffee, and I'm bringing it to consumers at a reasonable price so that people can consume gourmet coffee. I'm a coffee nut, and so I'm the CEO of the company. Everything has to go through me. I'm hands-on, and that's the biggest hurdle I think that someone like myself has to get past, is the fact that people believe like, it's just another celebrity putting his name on something to make more money.
Right.
That's not the case here. We're in it for the long run.
So he's in it for the long run. It is really, really good coffee, everybody.
It is.
Joey Kramer, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, and you can get Joey Kramer's Rockin' Roasted Coffee at local Roach Brothers and Dave's Fresh Marketplace online at rockinandroastin.com.